Last episode we worked through several cup games and youth striker Lance Alexander broke into the first team with his phenomenal performances. Hey, welcome back. Respect to Jeff here with episode 9 of this West Ham career, and this is a big one, guys. We take on Swindon Town, who sit in first place currently. We're in third behind them, so a win here would be enormous. It really might be make or break for our season here. You can see the points totals. There's 6 ahead of us right now, so this 6-point swing in the game would be enormous if we could pull a win off. Colchester in between us as well, and we could really make a push for those top 2 spots. And I think the only problem is I'm not quite sure who to start in this game. I mean, I guess that's a good issue to have, but with players like Alexander doing really well, I'm gonna go ahead and start him. Afolayan struggles when it's just him up top. He's a great player and he scored some good goals for us, but I do think that Alexander gives us a little more in terms of his hold-up play, and Archie Hall really grabs a spot in that center of the park as well. He's been so outstanding this season, and I think the two of them can go on to help us win here, so let's get to the game. Alright, up here against Swindon Town, one of the biggest games of the season here for sure. We have the ball to start, and let's make sure we win this. Out wide, already pressure coming in from Swindon Town. Rolling it around in our box there, but we calmly deal with that. Martin away. Headed back down, though. Some sloppy play. They end up with it somehow. Man down. Near the center circle. The play continues anyways. And we charge forward. The ref's not going to call it. We give it away regardless. Doesn't end up mattering at all. Swindon Town headed back in our direction, in our box now. Sliding in early there for the challenge. Martin palms that one away. Doesn't matter. It's in the back of the net. And we concede very early on. It's Doyle who finishes that move off. Well, that's not how we wanted to start this game. We really got to get our heads back in this. It's so early on in the match. It can be a huge blow to go out like this. Plenty of time left, though. Only 9 minutes passed. We just got to find our groove a little bit. Get some chances. We barely even had a touch of the ball before that went in. Archie Hall picking it up now. Poorly given away there by our youth player. And now Swindon with the ball again. And Gakia. Oh, nice footwork to find himself in some space. It's Alexander dropping deep to pick that one up. And a great pass played through to Silva. That's exactly what he can do. Lance Alexander looking for the return in the box. Archie Hall running onto it. Yes! 1-1. Fantastic goal from our youth player once again. He seems to step up every single game that we need a goal. Well, he looked a little bit nervous early on in the game. I was wondering if some of these players were going to be able to step up to the challenge, but it looks like they certainly are. That is a trademark Archie Hall run into the box there, always in the right place at the right time. Swindon Town. Ball over the top. It's Johnson out there to cover. Isgrove whips a ball in regardless to the near post. Great block off the line. Martin! I don't know how that didn't go in, but it's fantastic last-ditch defending from our center back and goalkeeper to keep that one out. And they keep our hopes alive here. Still 1-1. Swindon Town been the better team so far, but we are hanging on. That's offsides. We get a bit of a breather now. Haksabanovic unable to close that down. Doyle. Oh, sends his man the wrong way. Doyle. Martin gets down, makes an outstanding save to keep yet another opportunity from Swindon Town out. And somehow we keep things level. I want to at least keep the scoreline even here going into halftime. Another header at goal. Martin has been so reliable today. Easy enough save in the end, but he's racking up saves in this game as they pepper our goal. Really need to turn the tide, though. Haksabanovic getting it out wide. That's what he can do. Very offensive player. I'm a little split on how to handle Haksabanovic. He can play in the center of the park, but he's not very defensive-minded. So for now, some other players usually starting over him. But he gets some minutes out there today. Ball given away, but we do come away with a throw-in anyways. We keep the pressure up here. It's Hall with the give and go. Looking for Silva out on the wing. The return pass. Archie Hall in the box. Woo! What a ball to the back post! That is a fantastic goal, and it's Archie Hall at the center of things once again. The give and go and an outstanding cross to the back post. It's Holland who puts that one away. Really good strike at the end of the move too, and good stuff from the entire team to set that one up. We find ourselves in front now. Lance Alexander once again outstanding strength to hold his man off, keep a hold of possession, and he really keeps things flowing up there. Looking for the man ahead of him. Oh, almost gets the pass off, unable to find the feet. I think Haksabanovic running into the box there. It's good movement from the team, though. With him and Hall pushing forward, we have so many more options going forwards. A lot of energy up top now, and the team looks so much different. We've actually been pretty good, even with the absence of Hugo, who was looking to be like our star forward for the year. And we're really going to have a selection headache once he's back between him, Afolayan, and now Alexander. I do not know which of the three of them is going to start up top. And Silva giving the ball away there. Some tricky footwork, but the defender read it the whole way. Back here for the second half. Can we hang on to this lead? It is a narrow one. Headed back down. Great strength from Haksabanovic. Finding Holland, running through. Always using his pace on the wings. Holland, smart pass back into Haksabanovic. Cool as you like. That is an outstanding finish. 3-1. And we find ourselves in front with our lead doubled. Unbelievable stuff. Well, it looked for the first 20 or 30 minutes that we were completely out of this game, but we really turned things around, and it looks like we'll go on to win. Holland. Alexander. Oh, well done to pick out the pass. Haksabanovic almost finds him on the return. Over the top. Ngakia. Unable to cover his man, but he takes a heavy touch. Cutting it back. Inside the box, no one closing down. Shot goes over the post, and Swindon Town miss again. Johnson. This time Johnson cutting inside him and Ngakia. A lot of pace coming in from the wings. And it's flicked back to Alexander. Shot outside the box. No way. 4-1. And it's Lance Alexander who does it again. What a player we have on our hands. Well, he's been pretty reliable tonight. Hasn't had too many looks at goal, but he only needed the one. That is an absolutely outrageous strike, especially for someone of his rating. He is 52 overall and playing like this. Swindon Town really trying to at least get themselves back on the scoreboard and close the gap a little bit. Point blank save from Martin, but he couldn't keep out the follow-up. Alexander, brimming with confidence, tries to beat his man with a flick, but it does not come off. One last chance maybe here, 89th minute now. Oh, poor challenge from Ngakia. Man absolutely sells him there on the wing, and a dangerous cross coming in. It's Cardoso, good strength to hold off his man, get that ball away. Maybe one more counterattack on here. Noble playing through Holland, and he's through on goal it looks like. Takes a good touch towards the goalkeeper. Settles and shoots just wide of the post. The whistle blows, and we come away with a 4-2 win. Absolutely fantastic from our team. That's exactly the kind of performance we needed, and we took down the league leaders. That's going to matter a lot come the end of the season. We don't want to risk things in the promotion playoffs. We want to grab one of those top 3 spots, and it looks very likely with the way things are headed. Another good performance from Alexander, and another good performance for Hall. Okay, well, we continue our training in between games here. Some of these players starting to grow a little bit. Hall is up a few. Johnson, I'm trying to get him to at least 60 like I mentioned earlier, because he definitely, I guess like a lot of these other players, is playing above what you'd expect for his rating. So I think if we could get him up a little bit, he'd be a real class player. So Colchester are now in first place, now that Swindon Town dropped points in that loss against us, and we're within striking distance, 3 points off of second, and only 4 off of first as well. So this is really, really looking doable for us at this point. To be perfectly honest, I was actually a little worried when we started this season. The team just did not seem to be clicking, and with no transfer budget, I was starting to get concerned that we weren't going to be able to really push on this season, but it looks like we've got the quality to do it. And like I've been saying, some of these players that on paper do not deserve to be playing the way they are, just are. And Lance Alexander, I think, deserves a starting spot up top right now, at least until Hugo comes back. So we'll see how things go for another game. Alright, well, we take on Macclesfield this time around at our new home stadium, Brisbane Road, for the time being, hopefully not for that long, if we can keep playing the way we are and work our way back up the divisions and earn some money in the process. But for now, we got to just focus on getting results in all of these games, and we're really starting to click. Silva. It's Whitaker into Silva. And the 35-year-old has really improved our defense a lot since coming in. One of our more underrated players this season. And Alexander has a go. So high on confidence at the moment. He is shooting from anywhere and always looks to be a threat. Not too far off. Charging forward, it's Whitehead over the top. Johnson trying to get there. Archibald takes a fantastic touch around him though. Puts a ball into the box and chested down. This is brilliant play here from Macclesfield, but they couldn't quite get a clean shot off in the end. Deflected and out for a corner. Gotta be careful to defend here. They have a lot of tall players. I think it was McCourt pulling the trigger there. He's actually one that I've been looking at on our transfer list. A solid player, McCourt. He might be able to help out our midfield a little bit. But we have to see if we can even raise any money in the first place. It's definitely going to be up to the budget, who we can sign in January. But with the way things are now, I'm really not concerned about making any signings. We look to be in pretty good form. Now it's Holland, getting that ball out wide to Johnson. Charging forward as always, Johnson. Big touch into the box, almost gets around his man. Alexander. Archie Hall. Plays it through, Silva. First time cross, looking for Alexander. Johnson. Inside to Noble, getting his head up. Plays Cullen into space, the return pass. Looking for the give and go here. And he finds him! No way! Outstanding goal from Mark Noble! Well, he ran up the field, a series of 1-2s. And it's Alexander who finds him with the return pass. Brilliant finish by the captain into the back of the net. Really acrobatic to get up there. And a great surging run out of midfield. We don't see too many of those from Mark Noble. But when we do, it's the ones that count, I guess. Very class finish at the end of it. And a good understanding from his teammates to get him with that ball on the return anyways. Good stuff from all over. Blocked cross coming in, finds its way into the box anyways. Cardoso heading away. Can't find the feet of Cullen though. It's Rose now. Whitehead. Macclesfield working the ball around very patiently, looking to get into our box. And it's Whitaker. Calmly dealt with back here. Cardoso spreads it out wide to Johnson. He's got a few options ahead of him. Cullen running in to the center of midfield here. Hall gets his head up, looking for Silva. Whitaker, calm as usual. He's been good wherever we need him, Whitaker. Right back, center mid. Gives the ball away there, but that is uncharacteristic from him. Very reliable player usually. And it's Alays back there to cover now. Headed back to the goalkeeper, and Trott picks it up. Fairly uneventful in the second half of this first half here, since the goal. But we'll take that for the time being. Not too much threat headed in our direction. We just need to make sure we pick things up here. And again, Whitaker giving that ball away. Sloppy in play from the right back. Just after I was giving him praise too. Now Silva back there to cover. It's out on the wing with O'Keefe. O'Keefe looking to get a cross in back to the top of the box. McCourt flicks it back. Rose looking for a way through. Alays gives the ball away again, and the second time they're able to get the shot off in the back of the net, 1-1. And that's just down to our defense not being able to clear at a crucial moment. Poor defending, and we find ourselves level. It's Hull. Cullen, top of the box, lets it rip. Cullen almost there on the second too, but it trickles out of play. Close call. Holland trying to close down, and does so successfully. Good energy from the winger, and he beats his man. Good feed as always from Holland over the top, looking for Alexander. Weak header down into the grass, but a good move from the striker. You know we can always find him with those kind of balls, and that's all down to Holland really putting the energy in to win the ball back, and a good cross in as well. And it's halftime. Archibald charging down the flank. It's Johnson closing the angle down, but they find a pass through anyways. Good stuff from Macclesfield getting forwards. And cross up to the back post. Headed down at goal, right in front of goal, and it's in the back of the net. 2-1, Macclesfield take the lead. And it's Blythe who finished that move off. It's poor defending from us. Unable to clear that final ball in, but it's very good build-up play to get that cross in the first place. We have some trouble on our hands now. They've been playing very well so far in the second half. We got to get ourselves back into this game. Rose. Alays trying to close down, shot from distance. Johnson's turn to get forward now. Alexander sends it out wide to Holland. Step over is cutting inside. It's Haaland free at goal, and the shot goes way over the post. That's a poor finish from the winger, but good stuff to cut inside there. Very good footwork. Again, Haaland, good energy to win that ball back. Well done with the interception, cutting inside. Very skillful dribbling on the ball, Haaland. Alexander finds Noble, who finds Haaland. Looking for the return pass or a shot, not sure exactly what that was. Regardless, it did not result in a goal, and now Macclesfield headed back in our direction. Trying to get back on the ball here and establish a little bit of rhythm. We really have not gotten things going too much in the second half. But we do continue to win the ball back now. Headed back in their direction once again. Cullen unable to find the pass through, but he recovers it anyways, out wide with Johnson. Not a whole lot of options up the field. They're really suffocating us in midfield. Having a hard time progressing forwards here. Johnson recycles it back to Cullen again. Noble. It's Hall. Inside for Noble. Trying to get open for a shot. Hall has a shot deflected straight into the center back. Now it's back up at the top of the box again. Hall. It's Cullen. Opening up for the shot. Couldn't get it off though. Went for the pass instead. Now all the way back to our back line once again. Cullen. Alexander back to Cullen. Great stuff. Gets the shot off the post. And Alexander off the post for a second time. How unlucky can we get? Well, that was our chance. Alright, well, we got to get some subs on now. Affeline for some fresh legs up top. And Oksabanovic as well. Alright, well, here they come. We got to act quick if we want to get back into this game. An early ball put in for Alexander again. Can't quite get onto it. Another chance gone missing. Tall. Almost no time left in the game now. Noble. Over the top, looking for Alexander. Takes a touchdown. Well done. Cutting inside. Still Alexander. No way! In the back of the net. 2-2. We equalize in the dying seconds of the game. Lance Alexander once again. That is outstanding stuff from the striker. He had absolutely no right to score from there. Took it inside. And what a finish that was at the near post. Oh, he's proving to be quite the goal scorer. This young academy prospect. And that is just an absurd angle. Tucks it right in. Beats the keeper at his near post. Nothing he can do about it. So much power on it. And that is brilliant stuff. Well, I would have preferred a win here, but considering how late things took it here, I will be happy with a point. Not bad, turn it around, and we don't suffer a defeat. At least we can keep our heads up high, move on to next game, and hopefully grab all 3 points that time around. Probably no time left for either team to make an attack here. And yep, that's it. The whistle blows. 2-2, an exciting draw against Macclesfield. Like I said, a little disappointing, but not too bad, all things said and done. They played very well. We've been in good form besides this, so I think we'll get right back to winning ways. I'm not too concerned. A lot of bright spots. Alright, well, here we go. Getting some congratulations from the board on our youth academy. We've done really well, obviously. We had 3 players come through the ranks. Hall, then Bennett, and now Alexander making his name in the squad. The 3 of them all looking to be quite some players. Bennett hasn't featured too much because center back is a position we've already got a lot of quality in. He's also by far the lowest overall in the team, so he'll take a little bit of time to grow. But the other 2 players really impressing, and I think, to be honest, they're going to be starters for the time being, unless they can get overtaken by some of the more senior players in the squad, but I don't see that happening right now. So it's Hull and Alexander back in the lineup again, and let's try to grab a win out there against Colchester. Alright, well, it's first versus third. Colchester sit top of the league right now, 4 points ahead of us, sitting in 3rd place, so this is a huge occasion. Ball over the top, looking for Silva out there on the wing. The first time acrobatic cross into the box. Doesn't find it to Alexander. Hall closing down. Well done defensive work to win that ball back. And now it's Cullen charging forwards. Can he pick out the man? No, Silva not quite making that run outside, but he finds the feet of Hall running onto it. Out wide with Holland now. It's back inside the box. Cullen has a chance to pull the trigger, and the center back gets a crucial block in. Get a lot of possession in their half, and Holland, quite the knack for winning balls back like that. He's done that several times in the last few games. Now it's just a matter of getting that final ball off. Chips it up, and it's Alexander to finish. Once again, this guy cannot stop scoring goals. Well, Holland did all the hard work, but how about that from Alexander? Another goal. Well, he's not too flashy of a player, but he just has a knack for getting the ball into the back of the net, it seems like. And that's a problem we could use solving. Silva trying to close down. Ball into our box now. Very dangerous one. Cutting it back. Sloppy play to give that one away, but we're able to block the shot anyways. Very last-ditch defending, but we do come away with the ball anyways. Worked out for us in the end. Cullen distributed out to Johnson. Cutting it back. Cullen again. He's doing a very good job of running things deep in midfield there, Cullen, and the halftime whistle blows. Gambin. Over the top. Great ball. Johnson trying to close down. Inside the box. Shot off a laze. And it's out for a corner. Noble. Hall. Noble again. Alexander flicking it through. Lovely stuff for Cullen. It's 2. That is a fantastic goal. And Lance Alexander set that one up beautifully with a neat little drag back that beat the defenders. And it's Cullen once again running in from deep in midfield to finish off that move. He's becoming quite a goal scorer himself, Cullen. He's kind of the surprise scorer every time he puts it in, but that's his 5th or 6th of the season. So he's definitely starting to get a reputation for it. And again, pressure out of the back. Noble winning it back this time. Very sloppy play from Colchester. To be perfectly honest, they have not been up to the challenge that I thought they'd provide. And now it's Xande Silva cutting inside. Can't pick out a clear-cut option. Alexander, top of the box, has another shot. Well, he always looks to have a goal in him. Always has an eye for goal, too. Takes a lot of shots. Doesn't make them all, but he's still scoring goals. It's Cullen. Out wide for Johnson. Coming up on the 92nd minute now. The whistle blows. What an enormous victory. Well, it's 3 points for us and 3 points dropped off the top of the league now. We're within a point of Colchester, and depending on how other results go, we could take 2nd. Alright, well, we're back in cup action for next game, but taking a look at that, we still do sit in 3rd place. We're tied on points with Swindon Town now, and only 1 off of Colchester, so it's anyone's game to take that top spot. And we do return to the FA Cup next episode, so stay tuned for that. And as always, if you've been enjoying this content, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot in making these videos. And I'll be back very soon with the next episode, but until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.